Okay. Hey, gonna try to make this quick. Probably not gonna do that good of a job making it quick though. Um, so we want to start on the 4 hour, right? And we're gonna work our way up to a month. And this is this is just my opinion. This is for me. This is part of my review process to go back, see what I was thinking, look for patterns, stuff like that, right? Make myself a little better at trading. This is what I'm thinking. The 4 hour is a stay away, right? So, Sunday? Once again, it's a Sunday, and I'm probably going to wait based on the 4 hour till late Monday night, early Tuesday morning before I even start really looking for a trade. Because it doesn't look good, kids. So that's why we pull out. We're going to look at the day. Right now, you see this? We got our 50. We got our 100. Let's see what we got here. So we have a possible 1.5% deviation before we either gain support or we lose support. So we've been in this for days. I think last time I streamed was 3 weeks ago. All right, so let's. So I don't trade Bitcoin. Don't trade it. Don't buy and sell it. I buy and sell shit coins. I don't hold on to shit coins. I turn it into BTC and I hodl that. Right? That's how I increase the amount of BTC that I have. It's not super fast, but it works. So what I'm interested in now is what a trade would look like. So if I were to buy right now, I would have a 2% stop loss. And this yellow line right here, a very important line. I want to see Bitcoin get support above this line, right? So what that means is that Bitcoin has to go above this line, then it has to retouch the line or establish a new point of support higher, right? But it has to retouch this line. So when it went above this line and below this line, it had no support. It just fell, right? So that was my signal that we were going to be going into a channel when it came down here and it started going back up, but it didn't reach a new high. So we failed this channel, which just, I thought we would. I didn't know how far we would go, but we got our support on the 100. And this is good. This is good news, believe it or not. So I have the RSI up, and this is a good point to bring up the RSI on the day. This is telling me don't jump in. This is telling me wait till Tuesday, right? So keep that in mind. I suspect that this RSI might go up, though, from the center point. So this is not quite the way that... So I always read RSI as 0 being the middle, right? And then it goes up, then it goes down. We'll flip through this again with the MACD. So on the day, we don't have much time, right? In other words, we got another case where the squeeze is on, and that's good. That's real good. We like that, right? So now is the time that we start looking at this. But our 4-hour has told us that we can expect some more downside for maybe the next day. Our day is, you can see it. It just did it. We are flipping between a red 5 and a green 1 right now. So Monday could be good. We try not to catch knives, right? We try not to lose any money at this point, because if I'm not saying that Bitcoin could drop really far, but there is a point at which I'll get to that. Let's go to the week. And this is that point. This is where the line starts showing up. So if you look at Bitcoin from a historical trend, that's what I think this blue line might be. So we've reached our top. We're now going, we went through all of our despair, our hope, right? And then now everybody's losing interest, right? Now it's that losing interest that's going to bring us back down to this line. Or we go sideways, right? We go sideways until we meet that line. That's a possibility. Now, on our week, we still have a flipped condition. So we have to keep that in mind also. We got a 50, we got our 100, and we got our 300. This looks good, but we could come back down to this. In other words, we're in between our green and our yellow, but it's flipped. And hopefully this means that our green is going to start creeping up. Because if we keep support on the 50 on the week, and if we go back, got to go back in time, we see that once we flip here, not there. Once we flip here, right, it's just nothing but up. So that's the case. That's the wait and see till Tuesday. Now, go to the month. And we've got plenty of RSI to go up. Plenty of RSI to carry us back up. So we may be... This is a little fast, right? I would have liked it to drop. If we go back to the day, I would have liked it to drop here a little further. That would have given me a little more volatility to work with. Right now, we have this daily squeeze here that we're going to pop, but we still have this line that we have to break. And we might not break this line until we get to this trend, which is sad, but it's true. Meaning that on the day, our green here and our yellow, which right now, if this was pancake swap on the minute, I wouldn't be taking an up. Let me put it that way. I'd probably be waiting and seeing and not taking a down, but I wouldn't be taking an up. But I would like to see this come back into play, so to speak, so that I can make 6%, right? I mean, sure, if it's $100, that's $6, but if it's $1,000, it's 60. Yeah. Anyways, that's the small increments that I'm talking about. Now, that's just BTC though. And what did I say? I don't trade BTC. I trade shitcoins, and I take my profit from my shitcoins and I either buy keyboards and mice or tacos. I love tacos, good tacos. Or, and this is the big one, I buy Bitcoin and I hodl it, right? That's the number one goal, is to buy Bitcoin and hodl it. So that's what I'm waiting for. Is I'm waiting for a dip, and then I will be going through all of my shit coins that I'm interested in, and then I'll be rolling through these. There should be one that should be on here that I don't think is on here. No, it is. FTM. Don't ask me why. All right. I still like ETH. If you're going to hodl, right, the three big ones that you always want to hodl, well, and I still kind of believe this, right, is going to be BTC, ETH, and BNB. Everything else is a shit coin. You can make money on a shit coin, but you don't want to fall in love with a shit coin, okay? Time runs out. Time runs out for everything. So you don't, there's an infinite time. And some of these coins, a lot of these coins, time is going to run out. But there's a couple on my list that you shouldn't pay attention to. This IMX, this was this a paper trade? I'll have to make sure. One of my friends told me about this, and he said, no, this is going to be the NFT coin for yada, yada, yada. I'm not pumping it. And I said, okay, man, if I buy this right now, where will I be at? And I'd be down here if I fell in love with it. I could have made 12%, but I don't think I did. I think this is just a paper trade. Vet. I'm not seeing anything. So if we look at Bitcoin on the day, right, at least here we're above the 200 or the 100. At least on Bitcoin on the day, we're above the 100. But none of these coins, except for Tron, right, are above, it seems. I mean, I could be nuts, but under. Rune, way under. One. This, guys, got to get rid of it. I'm done with it. I'm done with one. Someone suggested that, so I thought I'd watch it. I didn't have a lot of faith in it, and to begin with, it seemed a lot like this Ohm coin that I don't know if I have that on my list either. I should look at that and see how badly or if it's rebounding for some unknown reason. But just about everything. ADA is one of the better looking ones. Everything else is looking like a gamble. IOTA is looking relatively strong right now. KNC, Litecoin. Litecoin is a test network. I don't know. Rune. What the hell's SPY? Oh, S&P 500. I've been saying the safe money is the S&P 500, but let's look at this on the... It's a good dip. Yeah. I mean, I've been saying for a very long time, Bitcoin and S&P 500. And if I would have been cost averaging into this, I wouldn't be worried because economy. But no. Right? So a lot of these are just big no's. Even the ones on my list. Algo, Anchor, B&B is... Right? Cake is a big no. So I held on to... Well, let me put it in dollar amounts. I held on to $500 in cake and what did I do? Pooled it for a year. Made double the cake. Right? I was one of the very first people to jump in on that. Almost double the cake. Think that cake now is worth $190. But I have twice as much cake. So we'll have to see. So what do? I don't sell it at this point when I put that $500 in, and that's the mentality that you have to have in order to do this and survive this kind of a game is that can't be money for your kids' shoes. That can't be money for the electric bill. That has to be money that you can lose. So it's the same thing before you go. Now, I don't go to casinos, but if you were to go to a casino, you take $500, you have to assume that you're going to lose that money, or else you're going to revenge gamble for it, or you're going to get angry, right? You have to assume that losing that $500 is the cost of entertainment, right? You may not lose. You may walk out with $10,000. I have no idea. But when I put that $500 in, that was the mentality, was I could lose this $500. And I lost $500 in another coin, maybe a year and a half ago. It happens, right? When you put that much money in. Now, the thing is, though, you don't put $10,000 into this shit. You don't go to a casino. If you're looking at the price of Taco Bell going up the way that I'm looking at the price of Taco Bell going up, you're not going to a casino with $1,000, $10,000. So what do? I just threw that back in, and it's gone. I mean, I could pull it out right now and buy a lot of tacos and fill that void of that lost money with tacos. And I'd be okay with that, I guess. Or I can just keep throwing it away. So this $500 has turned into, like $190. But it's twice as many cake. I don't know what's going to happen in a year. If cake goes to $30, I'd go buy a boat, right? But I don't double down. Not now. Not with the way that cake looks. I'm not going to revenge trade on cake. I'm not going to revenge trade at all, right? And that's cake B&B. So cake USD, just as bad, right? This could be a turnaround for Crow. Now, Crow is an off-ramp, so I like it, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'd like to get to that Netflix, but I can't buy more Crow right now. Let me look at it on the day. Right. Yeah. Something's going to have to come up on the 4 hour. Even Shiba Inu. Sushi. Sol. Wasn't Sol like $130? No way. Sol was 250. Wow. Okay. Could be. Could be. All right. So back to Bitcoin. We're going to look at it on the MACD. We're going to start at the month. That's 3 months. Start at the month. And boom. There's my... You can't take this line too seriously. In a sense, I pulled it out of my ass. Although... didn't I draw a similar line here? Oh, this was a projection line, which came up to here. Okay. So, on the month, I mean, all we need to do is flip into green. Our signal lines are close, which means that we're a couple months from breaking zero, so to speak, and heading up on the MACD. So now is back here was the time to start cost averaging in. If you started cost averaging in back here, you should be very happy. Right now, you should continue cost averaging in. I would suspect that we're going to see a lot of volatility between here. And even now that I look at it, oops, wrong one. A lot of volatility in between here. We won't stay in this channel, but this will be a zone where we're at, right? So we may go up above it and then break down below it again, or we may bounce around mid to low until we hit whatever our trend is going to be. And it's very possible. So let's, oh yeah, let's do that. Holy cow. It's been a long time since I could pull out an Elliott wave. But there you go. That could be our volatility. That's a lot of room to trade on the month, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, we're going out to 2025. But we could see this kind of volatility. Now, here's the trip. Am I looking at BTC? Yeah. So that alone could get us, and this is just the shape, right? This isn't a price. right? But this is just an idea to give you of where the volatility could be. This could be much smaller, which it probably is, right? Before we go into our big bust. And we may even... Okay, this might be... Let's say something like that. Would be great. Would be fantastic. However, it could be something like that before we really start to take off. And that would be July. A year from July. But this is our volatility that we trade in. This is where we stick into it. This is where we earn our Bitcoin, so to speak. And then maybe hodl a couple shit coins, cost average into a couple shit coins, and try and cash out at the top. The whole point is to start thinking about the future. Time runs out if you don't think about the future. And this is... Time ran out for people in 2017. Time ran out for people in 2000 and 2001. So don't let time run out on you, right? Plan your moves carefully. All right. Good luck.